Hey everybody, Day Trader Rockstar here with a market review and a look at tomorrow's jobs report and the trade we're going to take into that, the gamble we're going to take into the I keep on saying the FOMC, but the jobs report tomorrow, Friday, 8:30. So we'll start off here just talking about today. After yesterday's craziness, when we have the FOMC rate decision, it popped 70 points, dropped 70 points overnight. I mean, that was intense. Basically, we were right down here at 50.60 and went up to about 51.20. That's serious amount of, and then we came all the way back down. Came right back down, gave it up. It was really, really crazy. And we did catch the first part of it. We took a trade into the announcement, and we knew that, here it is, 2 o'clock. We knew that the market would move on that. Didn't realize it was going to move so much. I actually caught, my trade was right here in this first candle. So right when the news comes out, usually the market will pop or drop. So we took a prop account, put a what's called a kind of a buy. I'll show you exactly what I mean on this chart. This was actually what happened. Look at that. I'm going to go over this trade today too. An interesting trade. So let me go back here. Let me see where we were going to go here. So this was the FOMC meeting, condor, but I had a buy trigger or buy stop right above here at one point, probably at 50.56. When we were trading down here about 54.53. And then I had a sell order, buy sell underneath it. It's off there now because we closed out the order, but the we got triggered and it popped, which was nice. It was a good pop. It was $600. There was 3 contracts of the ES. And then it continued to go up. I mean, it did go all the way much higher throughout the day. I mean, you never know that after the fact. But that was it. That was the key move here. So tomorrow we're going to have another opportunity to do this with the jobs report. So I want to take another trade. That's going to be at 8:30 in the morning. And what they're looking, what we're looking for, a big move in the market, one direction or another. It's something that Fed Powell discussed during the FOMC rate decision conference, the news conference there. He answered some questions about what he was looking at and what they would consider making adjustments on the fly if something showed up. And he said, especially in the jobs market, if the jobs markets all of a sudden started to cool off, that would put that would be very positive for the Fed to start to get back on board with the cutting of the interest rates. And people would like that. The markets would like that. So if we have a bad unemployment number tomorrow, I think they're looking for 235,000 jobs. I'm throwing it out there. It's not an exact number. I know it's over 200,000, maybe 200,000 to 250,000 we're looking for. I mean, you would if we saw 175, that would be good. The market would probably take off. If we got like 300 and something, the market's going to drop. So, wherever you think it's going to go, because I have no idea. I'm not out there doing surveys and stuff. Is it priced in? What happens sometimes is the market will go in both directions. So I'll probably do this again. I'll probably just take the order, and just hope. It's always a gamble. This is a gamble. We know that. We're adults. We know the risk involved. But this is with the prop account. This is actually with that 90% coupon. I grabbed a couple of them for this week to trade the news. So I'll continue to trade this one on the news going into tomorrow. So we'll take the and right now I could probably say I'm just off. I feel, I don't know. I mean, it's going to go both ways. I don't want to be, but it's going to move. I'm kind of thinking we're going to pop. in the markets. Markets seems strong. I think we could pop tomorrow. That's where I'm leaning to go long. Because even if we get an uptick on the unemployment rate, that would be a positive too. So even an uptick, and they were expecting, I think expectations were 3.8, and it's been 3.8. So maybe a little uptick on that would be also a positive catalyst for the market. So we have a couple things maybe to look for. That's why I'll probably trade it. I'm not going to put the 2 orders in. I'm just going to go for the buy. And what we'll do is put in the buy order. And maybe a couple points ahead of the, where the price is. We'll get close to where we're going to get the announcement because it's probably going to swing around a bit too. So we're going to make sure that you got to think the algorithms are going to pick up on this really fast. So I'm figuring this one, if there was any big difference, it's going to go one way or another. It's not going to look back. If there was a drop in the jobs, or a big drop in the jobs, or an unemployment rate, the unemployment rate, spiked up higher, that would definitely shoot the market higher and probably rally it all day. So I don't want to give up a good position if we get into a position. So we'll have to manage it, everything. But I'll take the shot to the long side tomorrow. I want to take the shot to the long side. You also notice I didn't take any other trades on the ES in this account. I had a nice pop. Then I had another trade on the MES. I did a little, but it was jumping around. I said, you know what? We have about 6 and change. And I stopped for the day at 3 o'clock. Felt good about that too, because we know we're going to get to the goals. We just have to wait for the setups. So speaking about the setups and knowing what the plan for tomorrow is, just a kind of a fast recap of today. Today was Thursday. Congratulations, I think, to Gnome Lake. He did the earnings after the close. I do believe he got 3 out of 4. There's an update on the earnings. DraftKings popped a little. They had some good guidance. Excuse me. Amgen was down earlier, and then Gnome Lake said, wait until the conference call. They're going to pop on the and sure enough, look at the pop it had. It had a big pop on the conference call. Look at that. It was 275. Right after the close, it was kind of just drifting here, and then all of a sudden, boom, 319. Big move up. And that, a little disappointing. It did drop. We'll have to watch this tomorrow. I have net, and I'm holding that. But I still like it, These kind of tech stocks. That actually doesn't, I'm going to watch it close, maybe even add to it tomorrow. And then Apple, a huge buyback. $110 billion buyback. That's right, $110 billion buyback. They're just like, we're going to force the market to go up tomorrow. So that's that, and then our setups on the day. Let's just take a fast look here, and I'll let you guys go. And I'll work on something else. We're going to work on getting some people set up with the prop accounts. The coupons, new coupons are out there. I have them on the bottom of the screen there. Apex, the DTR Apex is always the standing coupon. And it's always the best one. Currently, the best one is 80% off. They extended it for 30 days, so it's good for the month of May. And it's also 1-day qualification coupon, which is great. Because you qualify on one, like tomorrow. You get one of these, and you take that trade into the jobs report. You catch it on the right side. You could qualify in a day. That's what that means. The Bull and Ox, 83% off, and these are all lifetime. These are both lifetime coupons, and that coupon code is DTR83. Both of these firms are really good. We use them both, and they're the best coupons out there. So that is that, and again. I just want to look at today's market here. We started off a steep channel. We had this beautiful textbook bear flag here. And a lot of the traders caught on to the flag concept today because we worked with a lot of flag work today. And really got to explain it. I think after I explained it and see in action, take the trades into those flags, we took trades into those flags, and see it work, kind of hit home for a lot of people. So I'm glad that happened. But basically, we're looking at two things on the flag: the bounce up to the 20. We want that 20 to tag with the 80 in this case. This is the sell side. Even though I call it a 2020 bull flag, it means the 20 and the 20 on the bull flag. It's a 2080 bear flag. I mean, it's going to be on the 20 period moving average, and stochastics are going to be at the 80. Same time. Can't be over the 20. Perfect. And this has to be down under 20. And this is really down. This is like a 10. This was like textbook material right here. Textbook. So textbook. And you might even see an argument for a little divergence there. It's kind of, you got a little lip here. And what defeats a divergence is a flag. So that usually turns into a flag. You could have a little bounce here on a divergence. And if this rotates fast, this stays down, it's sayonara to the downside. We had a quad rotation here. So a nice quad rotation. So whenever we get a quad, there was a quad rotation here that led to the bull flag. There's a quad rotation here. That's when all four stochastics. So these are just the things we were paying attention to that are going to get you to your goal. You can't just worry about it. If it's here and it's choppy, don't worry about it. Don't have to trade every single. You know what's going to work. The flags are going to work. The divergences are going to work. This was a lip divergence here. Very hard one to spot. I do think I spotted it, though. And it had a stochastic rotation here, which was really nice. And then we had a 1, 2, 3 pattern. And even though that 1, 2, 3 pattern, we had 1 pivot, 2 pivot, 3 pivot, 4. Even though we get to the top here, we didn't get here. And we broke down here. Look what happens. We had 1, 2. It broke down. That's fine. That trend line is still as strong as it was here. So if we ever come back up to the trend line, expect it to hold. And if we go out here, you can see we can. It's so weird that we just hugged that trend line. We didn't get above it. We just laid right on it like it was set in stone here, like it was, science and mathematics. So that's, and then we came right off of that and started to sell off. And then we started to get this other nice little channel going. And this was 1, 2, 3. And we came right down to 4. I mean, it couldn't be more of a layup. It was an underhanded pitch. With a choking here. With a quad rotation. So this is kind of what we call a super signal. Quad rotation is part 1, and it usually has to come up with an HBS setup. Usually we like a quad rotation divergence. That's the number 1 setup. We could do quad rotation lower channel line bounces are really good. Quad rotation coil. Coil stochastic with a quad rotation. And some other ones. But this is a really good one. It's like a 1, 2, 3 pattern. It's, you have the trend line inside of a channel, oversold. I'm going through these donuts, man. I'm going to have a stomachache, I bet. You know what happened? I left the donuts in the car today, and it got so hot, they all melted. And then I came in here. Oh, my God. They're all melted and stuck together like concrete. Ugh. So I brought them in here, and I put them in the refrigerator. And they got hard again. I was trying to eat them. But they melted real fast again. What if it reaches 20 EMA, but the 9.3 is at 50 or 40? We wait for the... If it reaches, you still have that, that's the reason that you could be cutting through that 20. That 20 is a good marker. It's really about the stochastics getting oversold. That's what I want. That's the main thing. So we'd rather have that stochastic down at the 20 level, because if it's hanging up there at 40 or 50 and it's still pointing down, I mean, we might, take a couple more candles down before we even get oversold. You want that timing perfect. Because the algorithm will pick that up. They'll pick up the oversold level. They'll pick up the moving average. They'll pick up the whatever we're on. The 20 period moving average. Look at this right here. This was kind of a little flag here. And you can see that oversold level came right down. This was kind of holding right around 80. And this was right on the 50. That was a 22. That was a 2050 bull flag there, right on the 50. So if it's on the 50, it's the same thing. If it's on the 50 and under 20, and it's on the 50 or on the 20, same thing. Same exact setup. I'll follow a copper.